Welcome to the Sport Club Arena in Verl in Germany, and Leeds United have come here to continue their preparations for the Premier League season after the big game in front of 45,000 people against Manchester United at the weekend. Different set of surroundings, different sort of atmosphere for this, the second fixture, and a different setup as well in terms of the way the game is going to be structured, because the team are going to play two 60-minute games basically here. So there will be two starting 11s for Leeds United, and we would anticipate two starting 11s for their opposition as well. So the first bit of the action will take you through the next hour as the teams line up to prepare ahead of the start of the game, and you'll get some sort of sense of what the starting 11 for Leeds United in this particular fixture looks like as the players go through the usual high fives, fist bumps and handshakes. And the noise of the claps is the only sound you can hear inside the stadium. Sporting Club Verl play in the third tier in German football, so they are a professional team. It's a small town, but they're punching above their weight in terms of their position in the league structure in Germany. Herr Schröder, our match official.
I'm sure he's just given the opposition captain an away kit there. Lucky boy.
Did you get one of those? So there's the Leeds United side that will start the game. Meslier, Gudmundsson, Struijk, James, Longstaff, Piroe, Bijol, Harrison, Chambers, Gruev and Gray. And then you'll see all change after an hour. And we would anticipate then that that team that's on screen now is the team that will play the second hour of this particular fixture. So that everybody basically who's involved in the group is going to get a run out. So off we go. Leeds United continue the build-up to that new season with this friendly fixture against SC Verl. And the game will be played in two 60-minute sections, and there will be a drinks break after 30 and 90, so effectively you could talk about 4 quarters to this particular fixture, and you wouldn't be far off right. Another chance for you all to have a look at some of the new signings here, not all involved. Leeds have a couple of injury issues after the first week or so of training and that Manchester United game in Sweden at the weekend. So not everybody available to play in this one.
Yes, and I think any sort of niggles at this stage of the pre-season, just want to make sure you rest up and don't miss too long, just a day here and there, because important, build the strength for the coming season.
A word on the new signing as well, by the way, who is out with the group in Germany, conveniently. Anton Stark is on the books now, but has not been given FIFA clearance to appear in this game, so he will not be on view today. When Leeds play their next warm-up game in Germany, I think we'd anticipate seeing him make his first appearance in a Leeds shirt then. The big midfielder will be difficult to miss, I would imagine, standing at 6'4" tall.
You may have to point the microphone up to him when you interview him this season, Bryn, but you might have to do that to quite a few of our players. Certainly physically, we're going to be a very different side.
Yeah, there's another one of the new boys who brings considerable physical presence with the long ball forward. Bijol's ball goes out of play, so the throw-in is for Verl.
And whereas against Manchester United first half we played more of a 4-3-3, this looks more like our normal 4-2-3-1. Piroe just tucking in behind Harry Gray.
Meslier brought into play as he stands outside of the penalty area. Not a great ball, but it is just dealt with by Gudmundsson. Verl, who played a game themselves last week, pre-season friendly. Again, they played in the with 260 teams playing, 260-minute teams playing. And they won that one by 2-1. Piroe picking up the ball deep in his own half. Rides the first challenge, tumbles under the second. Leeds United have a free kick.
Well, we know Joel Piroe has come back determined, hasn't he, pre-season, winning the fitness bleep test, and they just saw him winning the ball back. I think that's the side of his game which I suppose isn't his strongest, but showing good determination there.
The home team have recently appointed a new manager, and it was all changed for them at the end of last season. So the sporting director has left for Paderborn, and they have Tobias Strobel in as the manager. Meslier down sharply with an opening save from the first chance of the game there, and it's the German team that create it. Meslier had to react quickly to that. Good save.
At that near post, should never be beaten, and Meslier certainly wasn't, but just sloppy play, giving the ball away in a dangerous area there.
Bessio, the man who had the strike, so the first corner kick of the game goes the way of Verl. And it's Taz who will take it. Not the best delivery.
Pretty rubbish delivery, to be honest. And that's interesting for us, isn't it? Now that we have all these tall players, it's actually who's going to deliver that perfect ball into the box. I suppose we'll have to wait and see who that person might be, but there's no doubt we have the height to cause teams problems this season.
Yeah, there's a double benefit potentially, isn't there? It's defending set pieces successfully, but also being threatening from set pieces at the other end as well, I guess.
Well, I think if you look at how we scored a lot of our goals, not enough came from set pieces, and at one point we were pretty shocking at them. Yes, we have got better, but I think we have to be a threat, a lot bigger threat than we have been.
It's like kind of the marginals when you get in the Premier League.
Yeah, because you're going to work for those times of free kicks and corner kicks, sometimes just releasing the pressure, and when you do get one, make the most of it.
Foul on Piroe brings Leeds an opportunity from a free kick. Jack Harrison is standing over the ball. Well, we're going to be interested to see who does take the set pieces, because no Rothwell around these days. And Joe was probably the most successful of the set piece takers last season.
No, he was excellent.
So somebody else needs to step up. Harrison is the man deputised with that job here, and Leeds United now will have another opportunity to create a set piece because the ball's gone behind for a corner.
Well, Jack's been on the free kick and now on the corner kicks as well.
Pre-season is obviously all about trying to work out how things are going to appear come the opening day, Everton at Ellen Road. So it's good to try and work out. Clues are being put in front of us here. Harrison with a deep delivery. Too deep, I think. And Piroe chases, but his attempt to keep possession is unsuccessful. And suddenly there's a moment of danger that Meslier comes to deal with. Chase is on for Harry Gray. His involvement again in a pre-season game, perhaps another one of those clues.
It's good to see. It certainly is. Hasn't really had a kick just yet, but hopefully we can see more of him.
Chambers, another one of the players who's stepped up and found himself involved in first team football in the first couple of fixtures so far. Struijk to Gudmundsson. Leeds holding good possession in the foul half. Dan James busy. First couple of touches pretty much for him. Now there's a bit of space down the Leeds left. Longstaff offering himself in that midfield position. Expect him to be operating there or thereabouts as Leeds attack down the right side. James, great ball across the middle. Keeper got his angles wrong, but got away with it.
It's exactly where you need Jack really tearing in there. You saw Piroe drop out. Harry Gray made a different run than in the middle. No one there to tap it home. Excellent play from Dan James.
Gray in the penalty area, gets it back into the middle. Did well there under pressure. Invited the attempt by Piroe. Couldn't quite get across his man in time, but Leeds do end up with a corner kick. There is Toby Strobel, the new coach for the home team. Jack Harrison, 2 arms raised. Again goes deep. Sure, Dan James was the man expecting to pick up that corner. He whips his ball into the middle and Leeds keep the pressure on the penalty area.
I'm going to hazard a guess the last 2 corner kicks weren't meant to go that deep.
Leeds coaching staff, familiar territory to them. They've been here to play games previously. Played here against, with Norwich City rather, 4 years ago. Harrison, 1 arm raised this time, so expect something different. Drops short into the middle. Keeper gets a fist on it.
So another corner kick. Across comes Jack again.
He's putting in the hard yards here.
He certainly is.
And we're seeing the full repertoire of early season set pieces here, or pre-season set pieces here.
You know, I think it's hard to tell because, again, the delivery, it is all about the delivery. You can have as many giants as you want inside the box, but you've got to put it into the right areas, the right place. Let's see if this one is better.
It is, and there's a great reaction from the goalkeeper to keep Pascal Struik's header out from right underneath the crossbar. And that's the delivery Leeds were seeking, wasn't it? Excellent.
Really good. Pascal getting above a couple of players there. Good, solid header on target and a good save from the keeper.
Schulze keeps it out with an outstretched arm. Leeds have yet another corner kick. Real signs that maybe Jack Harrison is finding his range here now, having had plenty of opportunity to practice. Keeper comes and punches that one again. James, nice flick. Harrison. And again, pressure remains to the corner.
Well, it's excellent practice. That's what these games are all about. And I think certainly against Manchester United, obviously defensively, that was going to be extremely important. Here you can see, I think, now looking offensively, we'll have plenty of time to go through, as you say, the different repertoire.
Curling in goals once more. Keeper fists out as far as Longstaff, who never really got himself in the right shape to have a crack on goal there. Slices that one behind for the goal kick.
Just wouldn't come down, would it? He had to chest it high in the air. Tried to take it early, but always way off target.
Leeds United players looking fine in the new away kit. Good pick-up by Harrison. Piroe tries to get involved. And the referee points towards the edge of the 6-yard box for a goal kick. Verl finished in 7th place in the 3rd tier last season. Below in Germany, the 4th tier level is a regional league setup. That's semi-pro. But they came out of that a number of years ago, and they've managed to maintain their position at 3rd tier level for the last 6 seasons or so. That fact, a 7th place, given the size, the population of the town is only 25,000. So given the size of the population and some of the opposition they're up against, considerably bigger. And they are doing a decent job, it would appear, and they're attacking Leeds now as well. Chambers it is who just lets that run across the body, so he can take it away to clear a space before doing well. Finding pass inside to Longstaff, and now Struijk out from the back. Harrison. In here, Gruev, who's seen too much of the ball in these opening stages. Before the game started, we were having a chat. One of the big areas of interest around these games is how is that group going to look in the centre of midfield, or indeed how is the midfield going to look given the new arrivals?
Yes, is it a 2? Is it a 3? That'll be really interesting. Obviously, Struijk signing as well for the amount of money that he has come for. You would have thought he must be a starter. So really interesting, and I think this season clearly we're going to have to be a little more flexible in the way that we play. I think last season, because we were that much better, our formation, 70% possession was always going to mean we could do what we want. I think this season coming, it'll have to change at times.
It's all about having the squad that can cope, isn't it? So
yeah, the flexibility, you're right, and that sort of player. And Struijk, of course, has played in the 6 and the 8, in the holding midfield, and even at centre half as well.
You've got others to fit into the equation still. Ampadu, Tanaka. But I guess, again, another symptom of being in the Premier League is that not all of your top players are always going to play. There's going to be the need for people to be ready to kind of bide their time, perhaps.
Yes, whether it's form or injuries, you know, we don't want to come unstuck with either of those two, not having a player to be put into the team. And I think as players from the Championship coming up to the Premier League, they understand as well that they have to prove themselves, and competition is going to be extremely hot. And I'm sure Daniel Farke, you know, wants exactly that in every position. He wants someone right behind the player that's starting the game to think, well, I better play well today, otherwise I'm not going to be in the next game.
Taz in possession briefly in midfield. And then the ball is played into Eze. Taz again, last season's leading goal scorer. Free kick is given against Pascal Struijk. So now Leeds have the opportunity to show us what they can do in terms of defending set pieces. They've almost been caught cold there, and that one went across the face of goal. And Meslier was probably pretty relieved that that didn't sneak inside the post.
And Bijol there just shouted to Gruev. He saw what was coming, but good, smart and quick play from the opposition.
Taz was the man with a shot. Bijol with a shake of the head. Initial signs are that there could be a few leaders in this Leeds United team. Bijol already shaping perhaps to be one of those.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Seen quite a bit of him at Udinese, and that's an excellent description of him. He's an absolute leader. When the chips are down, he's certainly one that stands up. So looking forward to seeing him play. Already had 45 minutes, of course, against Manchester United, and yeah, looked comfortable and very strong and aggressive.
Chambers gets the return ball from James. Another free kick conceded as Longstaff jumps in. It's a neat and tidy stadium. The Sport Club Arena holds just over 5,000. makes it the smallest stadium in regular use in the 3rd tier.
And I do believe you checked every single club in the 3rd tier to make sure. I'm impressed, Bryn. I am impressed.
I mean, I could go on to say that there is another club that uses a small stadium but also has access to a big stadium, because in the 3rd tier in Germany you do get reserve teams playing from the top division.
You really should get out more, Bryn.
That's
all I'm saying.
I know, it's summer though, isn't it? What else do you do?
And of course, this training camp in Germany, obviously Daniel Farke knows it very well. He's very comfortable over there, and the facilities are always, extremely good. As you can see, the pitch here, the little stadium, close by from the training camp. It's all about preparing for that first game against Everton to make sure everyone is raring to go.
Harrison, formerly of Everton, is the man on the chase there. Questions as to whether Jack Harrison will still be with the club come that opening game, but then there are many more questions yet, I'm sure, to be answered over the next few weeks before we arrive at the opening day, and even perhaps beyond that as well in terms of recruitment. Likelihood of Leeds making more moves into the market is strong, with a couple of key areas I think still probably to be filled.
Yes, I think so. Obviously there's plenty of rumours, and we don't know, but I like the way that we're going about our business, keeping it quiet. But of course, when you're looking at whether it's a striker or a wide man, you have to wait for sometimes the dominoes to fall into place, and the window is still open for a good few weeks yet, so no doubt the club are working hard.
Well, I'm sure there isn't just one target either, so I guess everybody waits to see sometimes, as you say, how the land lies when other moves are made elsewhere as to who's actually available and who actually might be a realistic proposition in terms of making a move. Piroe with the pressure on the edge of the penalty area. Back it goes to Schultz.
Well, they certainly like to play out from the back. I would hazard a guess you wouldn't make it through a season if you commentated on this lot, because at the back they do give you half a chance.
Now they've got a chance at the other end. It's a strong run that requires good defensive work from Chambers. Did really well to come across and snuff out the danger. Oh, that was a late one. Gudmundsson makes his unhappiness known.
Yeah, Otto through the back there.
It's precisely the sort of challenge that Daniel Farke doesn't really want to see. I mean, it's good to have good, strong, hard, competitive games, but you want everybody available come the opening day. Dan James with a run down the right wins Leeds another corner.
And great pace, we know Dan James there, and because he's got a yard ahead, that's the time then to whip the ball in, so the strikers have to kind of make their move. They didn't, so he had to take that extra touch, and it just allowed the defender to come back and block the cross.
So Leeds back in familiar territory in the 22nd minute here with a corner kick.
Are we going to count the corners of how many before we score again, or not?
Let's not do that.
No, okay, let's not do that.
Not until the real thing starts.
Okay.
Curled in onto the head of Bijol, and that one drops onto the roof of the net. But that's where you want to see him, isn't it?
Already two centre-halves. We've had Struijk on the one side with a good header, and here Bijol again up above everyone else, trying to put it back into the far corner, just a little bit too high.
And Struijk has a reasonable goal-scoring record, and Bijol likewise.
I think it's fair to say of all of our centre-halves we've had the last few years, it's Struijk the one that seems to be the most aggressive and wanting to get on the end of our corner kicks.
Ball goes back to Schultz. Verl with a good little spell of possession play to work themselves out from the back and up into an advanced position in the Leeds half before Pascal Struijk intervenes. His pass is misplaced. Taz has it. Eze on the ball.
Well left.
As the call came from the touchline, Alice good. Meslier goes long. Lehmann manages to push the ball onto a teammate. Gudmundsson keen to get on the ball, looking to get forward if he could. Wasn't much available in front of him, so it comes back to Struijk, who has possession again for Leeds. A little bit of pressure on his shoulder from Meslier, so he goes back to Meslier. High press from the home team. Now things open up a little for Leeds with Gray. Lovely ball, slipped into Piroe in the penalty area, and his finish is a fine finish. That's a really well worked goal, and it culminates in a really good finish from Joel Piroe. And good, clever play from Harry Gray in the build-up as well. So Leeds United have taken the lead here, 25th minute, and it's Leeds who are one up.
Quality goal, and Harry Gray not being involved too much, but there the combination between he and Piroe was superb. And Joel Piroe, he was interviewed in the week. He said he'd love to get on the score sheet just to get things going in pre-season. Well, he certainly has. It's a great finish, and I don't think there's anyone better in our squad in those sort of positions than Joel Piroe.
It's a peach of a pass as well from Harry Gray, wasn't it?
Absolutely. The timing of it is so important. He saw it, and not only did he see the pass, he executed it well.
So first strike Leeds. Put home emphatically by the man who really did shine as the best finisher at the club last season. Which is saying something given the number of goals that Leeds United scored, the huge total they hit at the end of a quite remarkable season. Treasure it, cherish it. I'm not sure it'll be quite the same next time around.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bryn. I'm with you. But and nor should it be. You can't always win everything every single season. We certainly enjoyed it. 100 points. It's to be enjoyed. It's some feat. It really is. But now it's a different sort of challenge.
Hamdi, infield to Gayret, gets the ball back again. Taz just bundled to the ground by an over-eager Ilya Gruev.
But they're playing some neat and tidy football, aren't they? They're trying to play through the middle, out from the back as well. And they're zipping around first touch, so yeah, it's a good test. And pre-season games, sometimes when you play lower level opposition, the tempo can just drift out of the game, but this is going on at a decent lick, which was good.
And I'm guessing because there's an hour to be played by each team, that everybody knows they can kind of go at it full pelt for 60 minutes.
And that's true, yes. And it's good to, from a player's point of view, to know that that's what you are going to be playing, an hour and then off. You've had 45 minutes on Saturday. You slowly want to build your fitness up. Always difficult first few games to get that level of fitness, but I think all the extremely hard work physically has been done, and now it's a bit of a balance between sharpening and getting that match fitness.
Foul corner into the edge of the penalty area. Needed the block. James's game as ever. seeing whether he can just make something happen. And the same from Gray as well. And he almost does work out. And he's still at it. And a little bit more at the end of it all. As Harry Gray shows that the physical side of the game is not something that concerns him.
I like it. I like it.
Given away. Picked up well by Longstaff.
It's a shame in those sort of areas where you pick it up, then you want to quickly go forward, because that's where the gaps would have been. But we keep the ball.
Well, it goes for Harrison. As he closes him down the Leeds man goes, and the judge has a free kick. The foul midfielder not entirely happy with the decision. Harrison. Good looking ball. Just evaded Dan James's arrival in the penalty area.
Actually, it's more than a good looking ball, wasn't it? It was a brilliant ball. But once again, just whether Harry Gray or Dan James couldn't quite get on the end of it, but good idea.
Bijol and Struijk and Gudmundsson. Struik's pass is a little loose. Taz in midfield plays a good ball in for a shooting chance, and that opportunity is taken. Taz it is who drags his shot wide. And again, Meslier was at full stretch. A little moment of concern for Leeds.
Well, he should have at least hit the target. He could have conceded there. It's passing on Struijk with a poor ball into that midfield area. Can't be doing that. In the Premier League, you will get punished.
It's drinks break time at the 30th minute, so the two teams will head to the touchline for a brief break. And a quick chat, no doubt, with the coaching staff as well. Leeds it is who've scored the one goal so far, but their opposition have had a few good moments themselves. Meslier had to make an early save.
Yeah, they have. They had plenty of running and neat and tidy on the ball. Just haven't had the final bit of quality. Otherwise, they probably would have and should have scored.
Those are the coaching conversations that we were suggesting were going to take place. As Toby Strobel, who is 37 years old and in his playing career, turned out for Borussia Mönchengladbach and has come here after operating as the reserve team coach at Augsburg. Now he's the first team coach at SPORTCLUB Verl. Daniel Farke takes his opportunity to, I mean, it's effective, it's half time this, isn't it, really? Described as a drinks break, but this is the halfway point of the 60 they'll be playing.
And it's good in between the hour mark at half time, just to kind of assess and review what's happened, make a few little tweaks and changes. Just gives a chance for him to communicate to the players things they're doing well and things they could improve on.
Plenty to say, Daniel Farke. Had a bit of a chat with him up at the training ground last week when I was in for players' return, and it was really good to see him. Said that he'd had a complete break from football at the end of the season, that he absolutely needed to switch off completely, and has come back from that complete break as difficult as it was, he said, even as he arrived at the training ground in the car park, there were 3 people waiting outside his car door with jobs that they needed guidance about or
only 3
instruction on.
Oh, we talk about the physical side of things for players, but yeah, the mental side as well is a huge drain after a long season. And of course, the manager has to soak all that up as well. So good to see he's had that mental break.
Well, we had the craziness of the day on the buses, and then the recovery period after that, which for some
took a while
more than others was probably going to be that
You're
bit
looking
longer.
at me, Bryn. I'm looking at you.
I was thinking more Ethan Ampadu and Daniel James amongst others, but I don't think either of us came anywhere close to competing with that.
No. That was Premier League stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was absolutely Premier League. Energy levels, wow. Verl with the throw-in. Potential for the breakout from Leeds. It's a late one. No complaint surely from Hamdi about that one.
No, not at all. You can see that one coming. That he's always a little late. Longstaff read it well. Was always getting there first.
Here's Longstaff. Taz in possession. There he is again. And eventually Dan James is able to step in to win the ball back for Leeds.
Nice.
And then he's on the charge forward. Well fed by Chambers. First time ball is an excellent ball into Gray. Can he finish? Goalkeeper sends him away from goal. And that's the moment gone there. And a little bit of frustration perhaps for Harry Gray, knowing that he'd been given a very presentable opportunity with that ball in there.
And Dan James this time does get it in first time. Oh, and he's just fluffed his lines. We've seen him so many times in that position score so comfortably, but just tried to deceive the keeper instead. Miskicked it and the chance was gone.
In fairness to him, when he actually got his shot away, I think it did hit the outside of the post, didn't it? So he wasn't too far off. But there was a moment there where it looked like he was very much on for a goal. Started with Chambers at the back, ended with Gray up front. Two of the young players who've come through the system. There is Chambers with the foul.
What are we thinking about his halfway line? Is the centre spot?
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't that be on the centre line? Ah, don't worry, it doesn't matter.
It's close.
Nearly,
it's close.
Nearly there.
Close. Same with the actual centre circle. There's 2 of them as well. Wonder whether the groundsman has enjoyed some of the local brew. There's bound to be a local brew, isn't there? Taz again, the man most likely, it would appear, for foul as the ball comes into the middle. Longstaff was covering well. Harrison up the line and into touch.
Well, how did Taz get so much space in that channel? When the ball's on this side, I think Chambers has to tuck round next to Bijol. There was a huge space that Taz just ventured into and picked the ball up.
Into the defensive positions and Entz. And then it'll go bobbling back towards Schultz. Schultz out to Eze.
Nice play. Comfortable in possession at the back.
38th minute. Which means that we have 22 to go. In the first of what is effectively 2 games here, really, with the teams changing after an hour. Longstaff penalised for that challenge. Maybe count himself a little bit unlucky.
Yeah,
Looked like he got a touch on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he got a good piece of the ball. Yeah, he certainly did.
So this is a position that offers some promise to Verl. Garrett is over the ball. Andy involved in the conversation. Meslier lines up a wall.
Seems a long way out, but he's determined to shoot.
Taz very much appearing to be the main man when it comes to this kind of thing. And in it goes, and it's a good drive as well. It dipped in over the top of the wall. And Meslier, not sure whether it was on target, but went down low to push it behind anyway.
Well, a decent effort. He gets it up and down pretty quickly. And Meslier, you're right, not sure, but take no chances. Good save.
Leeds have a corner kick to defend. Meslier for sure has been the busier of the two keepers in the last 10 minutes or so. Taz chases out gamely, but can't control that one. Runs away from him, out for the throw in. Rain falling here. Chambers goes across to the corner flag to take the throw in.
Lucky we're undercover.
Chambers, ball in hand. Short throw to Daniel James. And he just kind of hooks it into an area and hopes, I think, doesn't he?
I think that was a kick and hope, and it came off.
Leeds try and capitalise now with Harrison. Bijol in the centre circle, Chambers to his right, James further forward. Longstaff, on it goes to Gudmundsson, back to Longstaff once more. Gruev to Struijk. Leeds just making the foul players work a bit harder now. They move the ball around. And at the end of all that, the home team ends up with a throw in on the halfway line, which is taken quickly forward. Harrison with a little bit of space to operate in. Briefly at least. Strong challenge, sees the ball out of play. Not apparently for a Leeds throw in. Then a misplaced pass. And Gray almost reacted with the ball into the path of Piroe. Still there, Piroe. But Harrison couldn't push it into a place where he could do anything with it.
But once again, great vision, wasn't it, from Harry Gray. Just knows where Piroe is. Handball. Penalty.
Penalty. Wow. So, I'm not. How's that come about? Somebody's touched the ball. I think the goal kick had been taken.
Yeah, and then
he's touched the ball.
defenders put it back with his hand, I think, into the 6 yard, thinking it's a goal kick, but it must have already been taken. And the way they've walked off must mean the referee is correct.
Oh yeah, goalkeeper had it.
It wasn't even a goal kick, that's why.
So Piroe with a chance for his second goal, and he takes that opportunity with the perfect penalty. Low into the corner of the net. Joel Piroe on target again for Leeds. Well, that's a bit of a gift, isn't it?
What was the defender thinking? Your keeper's grabbed it, saved it. How bizarre. But Piroe take advantage of any mistake, and he certainly does. Calm as you like, slots it into the bottom corner.
Another one of the clues there, because question mark against who the penalty taker is. Piroe, whenever he's on the pitch, is the man who tends to step up to do that. But again, Premier League, that's something that needs to be exact. It needs to be an exact science, that, doesn't it? When the moment, if you get a penalty, the opportunity has to be taken.
Yes, it certainly does. And I always look back at the pre-seasons we've covered, Bryn, and the players that kind of excelled and what that means then for that first game of the season. I just look at Mateo Joseph. I thought last season, you know, as a striker pre-season, he was excellent. He scored a few and he got his chance. Clearly, Piroe has come back very determined to make sure that he gets his chance, and a couple of goals already so far.
Well, much of the conversation around recruitment has a striker as being a player position that's on the list. Maybe this is Joel Piroe saying that there are already options available at the football club before any dip into the market.
But I think he also knows that you need more than just one or two strikers as well. So someone, no doubt, will be coming in to give him some competition. But he's going to be needed, no doubt, throughout this season. But if he plays a huge part or a lesser part, that's kind of up to him, isn't it? But he's got to do it out on the pitch, just like that man there, Harrison. Interesting words from Daniel Farke about Jack and the opportunity in that it is up to him.
Rehabilitation, if you like, in comparing him with other players in the past.
Yeah.
I think we're still debating whether Joel Piroe is a striker, aren't we? Is that still kind of a conversation?
I think we are. Yeah, and you can see he scored a couple. Obviously one from the penalty area, but he's playing in the number 10 position. But the link-up play with Harry Gray a couple of times has been very good.
You've got Nmecha now, obviously, as another option for Leeds up top. But still, I think the likelihood is you will see somebody arrive in that position. Chambers for Leeds down the right. Does well. Harrison looks forward, threads a pass into the path of Gray, just a little too far ahead of the Leeds man. Schultz got out quickly and got down to grab it off his toes.
Schultz flew off his line, didn't he, really well. I just thought Harry Gray might get a toe poke in there. One of those where you then get collected by the keeper and get a penalty, but the keeper got there first.
Taz lofts the ball out to the right side. Hamdi opts to turn back to Lehmann on the halfway line. Eze moves it on to Taz. Almost shaped into a good ball, and actually the touch that was applied there. Leeds have changed goalkeeper with Cairns on for Meslier. Lehmann. 30 minutes of this first game to go. Leeds version 1 in front by a couple of goals to nil.
But not without the odd scare or two. And once or twice. You can see here that was, again, good play from Verl. Just the way that they find midfield runners and opening up spaces in between our defenders.
Taz finds good space, doesn't he? Makes himself available.
It's that bit that they're lacking, that final pass, final cross, the finish. But their build-up play is neat and tidy.
Cairns with the pass square. Very popular member of the group, the third choice goalkeeper, and whenever you're around the place, always has a smile on his face, always seems to be really loving life. James wriggling away from challenges, couldn't keep the ball in Leeds' possession. That man Taz again sets off. Chambers with a good block. Needs to do something with the second ball. Looked like a push in the back there, but referee sees it differently. And a wild attempt to get the ball back to the goalkeeper results in Jack Harrison having a chance to take a quick throw in as Leeds try and catch their opponents coming back. End up in the same position with another throw in. Albeit this time to Sport Club foul.
And Harry's okay. He's up and trotting back into position now.
Layman's ball. Bijol up against the striker, who falls to ground and is getting nothing for that. Leeds at the moment almost playing a 3 there, aren't they, with Longstaff, Bijol and Struijk out wide.
Yeah, it's happened a couple of times where fullback Gudmundsson has pushed on and Longstaff's just slotted back.
Here's Harrison pushing forward. Good ball into the middle. Well defended, but Harrison has another opportunity. Edge of the box. Jack Harrison controls. Clips it into Piroe. As he manages to work it away to relative safety before Leeds regain possession. Gruev to James. Takes his man on, goes for the byline. Clips the ball up into the penalty area, and Mamdi in there is more than happy just to have the opportunity to head the ball behind for a corner.
Excellent from Dan James, just sprinting past his defender. One thing on his mind is to clip it to that back stick.
As we enter into the final 10 minutes of the first period of this second pre-season friendly. Harrison's ball in. Flicked away before the big guys could meet it. Comes out for James. First ball in, second ball in. Struijk with the header! And the whistle has gone. So the goal won't count.
Offside, but excellent ball in. And once again, there's Pascal Struijk on the end of a cross.
Cairns out the penalty area. Gudmundsson. His idea with the pass, but Mamdi read it. Gray rolls his man, wins a corner kick. threatened to get away from Lehmann there.
Yeah, it's clever just allowing the ball to roll across his body.
Yet another Jack Harrison corner. Good ball in. Keeper got nowhere near that one, but then nobody was on hand just beyond him. What would have been potentially a tap in.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 now that have been very good deliveries.
Another chance for Jack Harrison to put it in the middle. Takes that opportunity. This one drifts through comfortably into the hands of the keeper. Good strong challenge from Bijol. Played down the channel for the run of Gray. He's in real trouble down there. He needs a bit of support perhaps. He ends up conceding a free kick in his effort to try and wriggle free.
But just earlier, Piroe again getting on that ball in the 10 area, the slide rule pass to Harry Gray. We saw a few of them from Piroe in the second half against Manchester United. Yeah, certainly can pick a pass.
Lehmann. Things open up a little here for Verl. Meslier. Good interception. James doing diligent defensive work, and now the counter-attack could be on for Leeds as the sprint from Jack Harrison carries him forward. Piroe goes out to the right side.
Oh.
Just unlucky there, Dan James. It bounces beyond him. Keeps it in play.
It isn't, yeah.
I think. It's pre-season.
Once again, Piroe, they could see that ball was on because James is always going to get ahead of his man. Just slightly overhit that time.
Longstaff, Gruev, Bijol. Defender offered the opportunity to clear. Frustration for Gudmundsson as the referee blows for a free kick.
Didn't see a lot there. I think the player certainly bought that one.
Sloppy. Gray tries to pick up on the pass through the middle. Longstaff.
See that one coming.
Weidner can't make the pass. Chambers breaks things up and pushes forward powerfully, and there are plenty of options ahead of him. Probably didn't pick the right one ultimately, with Piroe making a really good run through the middle. Tried to go down the channel to James, and it was cut out.
It was brilliant work up until that point, but it has to be an end product and couldn't quite find the pass.
Bijol. Nice touch inside to Gruev. Gudmundsson. Longstaff from Struijk to Harrison. Gudmundsson in support. Leeds pressing. Plenty of men up. Harrison unable to find a teammate there. Yotto with the ball into touch.
Just in those areas as well, I'd like just Jack to take him on really and try and whip it in behind a couple of times. What, 3-4 minutes left, just to use that last bit of energy you've got.
Possession conceded there by Ilya Gruev. So Leeds come scurrying back into their own half to ensure that as we move into the final 2 minutes of the first 60, they still preserve that 2-goal lead. Harrison making a nuisance of himself. Gray picks up. He's fouled. So this might be final opportunity for the first hour for Leeds to put the ball in penalty area. Jack Harrison has had ample opportunities to do that in the game thus far.
He has. Good work from Harry Gray again, wasn't it? Just to nick the ball off and then win the free kick.
Harrison hands on hips this time. Goes in low towards the near post. Gudmundsson was kind of hit at him, wasn't it? Although he gives the little thumbs up. He'd made a good run across the defender.
It's Pascal. Straight away has felt something on his foot. We know he's had a problem. Was it Luton away, I think, where he got himself injured? Or someone trod on him and then missed the
run in.
Yeah.
Come back, Jack, come back. Yes, perfect. Yes. Be aware here, Jack, be aware here.
Last few seconds. We could be a little bit added on if the referee was stopping the watch when they came off for that kind of drinks break after 30 minutes. So the game is going to be extended by a minute or two here. Back it goes to Schultz. Longstaff and Bijol combined to get it back to Alex Cairns. Gudmundsson not really had the opportunity to get forward probably as much as he liked in this 60-minute run out.
No, he hasn't. And I think sometimes it's who's playing in front of you as well and how that understanding is.
Struijk needs to read the situation well there to ensure that that forward run from Meslier doesn't cause Leeds a problem. Just saw Dan James caught in the tackle at the start of that move, but he's back on his feet now. Piroe in his own half doing a bit of work there. It's often said about the Premier League in particular that forwards have to be able to work at both ends of the pitch. So Joel Piroe just showing that he's happy to get involved in stuff inside his own half. Referee's talking to Dan James for that challenge. That was a little bit of afters, wasn't it, from Dan James, because that was a foul on Lehmann, and it was Lehmann who caught him in that tackle a minute or so ago. Cairns takes his time and in delaying. He's held on to the ball too long. So that is going to be an indirect free kick in the penalty area. Is it? A corner? Oh yeah, from the holder. Right, so it's pre-season, so we've got to get this stuff right, okay? He held on to the ball too long. The new rule is, if you hold on to the ball too long, it's a corner kick to the opposition.
I like it. Now that's a good rule. So I didn't like it then, but I do like it normally.
Well, we've just seen the first example of it. And there's a little conversation. I think Alex Cairns is having to have it explained to him as well. But that is one of the rules that's been put in place to try and cut down on time wasting with goalkeepers hanging onto the ball.
And pre-season's a good time to learn the lesson.
Either remember it or learn it if you didn't know it already. So there we go. The two teams will all change around now for the second event here, which is Leeds United 2 against SC Verl 2. As the first 11 goes off, it's Leeds United who have 2 goals and Joel Piroe who scored both of them. So Leeds, after an hour, 2-0 in front. Here we go. It's the second game effectively here. The first 60 minutes ended with Leeds United. Are we going to describe them as winners by 2-0? Well, not quite, because it's not complete changes in terms of the 11 that will begin this second period for Leeds United. As we take a check on the 2 sides that will begin this second 60. And again, familiar face to those who were watching the first 60. Taz is still on the park for the home team.
Looks to be a few that are still there for Verl. But good old Gruev is still on the pitch as well. He's clearly played the most minutes so far in pre-season.
Longstaff also. So Longstaff and Gruev are amongst those who maintain a place in the team. Around them, plenty of new faces. Tanaka with his first involvement.
You can see how forward he's playing as well. So once again, just pushed a little further on. At times he might drop back in, but Nmecha is the man up top. Ramazani on the left and Gnonto on the right.
Again, we see the Germans happy to contemplate playing out from the back. The Verl team at the start of this second period is a mixture between those who began the game and others who have appeared since. So you can see Lehmann, who was one of those players. Eze was also on in the first period as well. Mamdi. In fact, they haven't made that many changes, have they?
No, they haven't. There's a good few that are still out there, whereas we certainly have.
Cairns, who came on. Rodon and Bogle, both involved for the first time, as is Gnonto. Sam Byram invited to carry the ball forward for Leeds United. On it goes to Ramazani. And Leeds win an early corner kick at the beginning of this second 60.
Ramazani, I think it's a big pre-season for him as well, because certainly last season when he came and played in the first team, he looked very, very good. That injury really scuppered him of getting back in the side, and then it was all a bit of a struggle, but I think he'll be really determined this pre-season to keep fit, play well, and really put his hand up to say, I want to be in the first 11.
Ball into the middle. Doesn't find a Leeds head. Tanaka, though, does pick up the loose ball. In fact, lets it run. Sam Byram signed a new contract a couple of weeks ago. Ramazani can't keep hold of the ball. Taz on the edge of the box is kept away by Rodon. Exchange of passes finds the man furthest forward in an offside position. Ball from one side of the penalty area to the other finds Jaden Bogle, who's in good space to carry the ball forward. Showed a real willingness to do that in the game against Manchester United. Some fine touches that he displayed.
He certainly did. Good understanding with Gnonto as well in front. They both played well.
Byram back to Ramazani. He'll have a go. Not a bad effort either. Just got that up and then down. Taking a little deflection on its way.
It did. Keeper was wrong-footed and hoping that it didn't find that bottom corner.
Nobody's putting their hand up to take the corners in the second half. Now Harrison's gone off.
I think they've realised that Jack's off and someone has to take it.
So Longstaff is the man on duty, given how many corner kicks Leeds had in that first 60. He could be busy. In it goes, headed clear. Picked up by Ramazani. Delivers long, but I think that's too long. It is. Out it goes. Saw from Ramazani glimpses, didn't we, at the end of the season, what the promise that there is there. Having taken him quite a long time to force his way back into the picture.
I think the difficulty for Ramazani was that probably the two best players in Manor Solomon and Dan James were in his position.
Bogle tries to be positive again. Kievski with the block. Let's touch Tanaka, Gnonto. He's moving it from left to right, now through the middle. Nmecha, great touch as well. Byram up to the edge of the box, he'll have a go. He'll win a corner.
Good ball, wasn't it, from Bogle into Nmecha initially. And the big striker gets his body in the way and then shows some good footwork as well to beat his man.
So the change of corner kicker for this one, it's Ilya Gruev. We did see him take a fair few set pieces last season.
We did, and Bornau, of course, with that slight calf injury, means Ampadu has gone to the back, and that midfield slot is Gruev's again to keep playing.
Goes in and drops well beyond the edge of the penalty area. Good work again between Bogle and Gnonto, and then a foul on Nmecha. Ents leaving his long leg in.
It's excellent once again, it really is. Good play, positive going forward.
Whilst everyone looks to the new at this stage of the season, it shouldn't be forgotten that there are combinations and partnerships that have been worked on within this Leeds group already, with great success last season, and they may yet offer real promise in terms of what lies ahead. And that Bogle-Gnonto partnership may be one of those, as Leeds come down the left side with Byram into Ramazani. Lovely footwork from Ramazani. Tanaka tries his luck with a shot on goal, and it comes off the back of the defender and out and behind for another Leeds corner.
I thought Ramazani did well. He delayed it just to find that half a yard of space, but the defender just got back in time. But you're right, those partnerships, that's what pre-season is all about as well. You can see Gnonto and Bogle, they have that understanding straight away. Others, they're going to have to work on that, so you'd like to see, as each game progresses, that understanding getting better and better.
Gruev again. Header is one from Rodon. Couldn't get any power behind it. Longstaff does the covering job, and Bogle's happy just to direct it back to Cairns.
Love it, Kenzie.
Sounds like a slip fielder's shout, that, doesn't it? Good football from Leeds.
Really good.
Zipping the ball around. Longstaff seen a lot of the ball over the 70 minutes played. 60 plus 10. Nmecha, edge of the penalty area. Does well, gets into the box and feels he's earned the right to have a crack, which needed to be saved. Taz gets away from Longstaff.
Just, but Nmecha there showing once again good ability, going through a couple of defenders and then letting fly. I think it was the right thing. Have a go, I'm sure he'd love to score as well.
Leeds have been very much on the front foot in the
we have
11 minutes of this second game.
I was just about to say, this second part of the game, it looks like that they've got quite a few players clearly that played in the first game, looking a little tired. They're not quite as sharp, and we certainly are more fluid.
Longstaff, one of the survivors from the first 60, Byram and Ramazani. Leeds just passing the ball more quickly in this second game. It's an Ampadu. Longstaff just varies it a little with the long ball. Good ball as well to Bogle. This is an extended period of possession for Leeds now, making the third division opponents work hard just to try and get any kind of touch. Let's push back a little into their own half. They'll look to change that, perhaps with a sequence of passes out. Tanaka's come in to help out. The game is now, who's going to make the first misplaced ball? Because this is about 2 minutes in possession now, isn't it?
It is, and we've pulled them out Hopefully there's space. Oh,
there it was. Gnonto was the culprit. Now Leeds have got to defend because the ball is in the Leeds penalty area. Longstaff, encouragingly, finds himself in a good position, read the play well, stepped in, broke it up, got Leeds going forward once more. Tanaka on to Ramazani. Just bounces beyond Nmecha. Lehman, Eze. Leeds have got a couple of extra players beyond the 11 you can see out there now, so there could yet be changes to the second 60 side.
yes, they'll be just covering for any injuries that might happen, and if that is all okay, they'll get on for the last
Charlie
5-10
Cruz
minutes.
one of them, so he could go in for one of those two central midfielders.
Yeah.
Doubt whether the two of them will be made to do the full 2 hours here, will they? Surely.
I'd like to think not.
Probably a bit early for that kind of graft. Lehman out of defence to the midfield. Weidner. Eze. It's Val's chance to have a spell in possession now. Suddenly Taz emerges and puts the ball into the middle, not quite where it needed to go there. Had it gone, Leeds were under pressure. As it is, they're trying to apply pressure themselves with Ramazani coming forward. Good ball into Gnonto. This is a great opportunity, and it's an opportunity that he takes emphatically. And really good football from Ramazani to play it into the feet of Gnonto. And Gnonto, a really good finish for 3-0.
Excellent. Byram on the edge of his own 18-yard box intercepts, and after that, off goes Ramazani. And a good ball in, good run. Gnonto knew he was the other side of his defender, who was never getting back. Good composure here. Thought he might have hit it before that. Instead, makes the angle, then tucks it away. But lovely outside of the right boot pass for Ramazani as well.
Gnonto has talked about having a point to prove at Premier League level. And a few finishes like that in the early stages of the season would go an awful long way to helping on that basis. Ball back to Schulze. There's a little lucky there, isn't he, that Gnonto wasn't 2 feet further forward.
Set up, narrow, Willie, inside.
Weidner. Kiewski. Taz. Kiewski gets the return ball and the chance to cross. Good ball. And there was nobody in the middle of the goal to cause Leeds a problem there.
Just got around the outside, didn't they, down the line. A good ball in. Clearance was a good one, though.
Pretty young team, pretty young squad that SC Verl have. Very much a club that has a number of development sides, lots of development teams below it, below first team level. So they'll be looking to produce their own talent. Gruev slows things down with Leeds just happy to get round the ball, keep moving it. Tanaka. Gnonto. Real sense that the majority of those foul players are beginning to tire a little now, isn't there? They're dropping deeper and deeper.
They're running on fumes. Yeah, they're finding it difficult to get near us. That zip that they had in the first game, or first 60 minutes, has disappeared a while ago.
Weidner's clearance behind. Sees Leeds have a corner. Longstaff will be the man from this side again. Headed clear. Gruev with a little nod down to Ampadu. Bogle, not in the business of taking chances, goes back to Cairns. As the foul players are quickly up the park. Gnonto back in his own half. Somewhat risky ball from Longstaff, but Cairns was alive to it. Nmecha chases to try and pressurise at the other end. Schulze rolls it out to Entz. Kiewski. And that one there. It's Sam Byram in the back of the head, I think, doesn't it, on the edge of the penalty area? Yeah. And that's caused a problem.
Yeah, he just turned away and didn't quite see it coming. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Change being made. Carl Darlow joins the action. Alex Cairns with his little cameo role either side of the 60-minute switch. And also on is Charlie Crew, as anticipated into that midfield position for Longstaff. Ramazani, bit of open space in front of him before he's dragged back by Eze. That would be a yellow card in a proper game. In fact, I think it was a yellow card.
This is a proper game. It was, yeah, cynical. Ramazani did well to cut across the player who just grabbed his shoulder and pulled him back.
So Charlie Crew there over the ball is in the centre of the Leeds midfield now. Welsh international. Gnonto does well to get it back to Tanaka. Into Tanaka from Bogle and back to Bogle. This will, well, he could have made a go at it there,
yeah.
Jaden Bogle, but he opted to leave it instead.
You can see Nmecha in the middle going, well, come on, I'm making the run, you could have got there.
Now, Ilya Gruev finds himself as corner taker from this side as well as the other side. So, in-swinger anticipated. That's what happens. Cleared away. Glad we're not doing that thing about counting the number of corner kicks that Leeds have had thus far without registering a goal from them. Because in this game alone it must be, well, these two games alone you might say, must be double figures nearly now. And now Leeds are in imminent danger. Gnonto gets a free kick.
I think we'd be close to exhausting fingers and toes.
Obviously, some of the height has departed from the Leeds team now. No Struijk, no Bijol, no Longstaff. Foul given against Ramazani there, just leaned into his opponent a little. And Otto gets back to his feet.
Everything is a bit slower now, isn't it? The zip and pace seems to be disappearing from Verl's game.
But then I fancy this one. So Darlow has a job of organising his defence. He's opted not to put a wall in front of this one, interestingly. It's dead centre. And it's not a bad effort either.
What a save.
Carl Darlow's pulled off a great save there. Having left the route to goal clear, he then perhaps demonstrated why he'd done that.
Well, Ramazani is the wall, which is probably the smallest wall you're likely to see, but what a save that is. Good free kick as well, dipping, moving in the air, and Darlow, great reactions.
Kind of knuckleball free kick, wasn't it, the delivery? So the goalkeeper at full stretch has his first moment of action. And another corner kick results to Sport Club foul. In it goes, headed away and behind from Gruev. Signs of movement on the foul bench. Rodon with a clearance. And it's Leeds pinned back in their own penalty area now. Sequence like we saw at the start of the first 60.
In deinem Rücken kommt gleich links einer, Nummer 10, habt ihr auf dem Schirm.
Taz probably fancied his chances with the volley there before the ball was directed away from him. Meslier with the cross. It's almost worked out. Leeds had switched off a little there. Mandy found himself in some space. Couldn't do anything with it. Careful. Long ball forward from Darlow might yet work out. Ramazani collects. Bogle's pushed there, surely, yes. The kick goes backwards. Played a little hurriedly there from Nmecha.
Touch heavy, wasn't it? But a good play. He's always trying to face up to the fullback or midfielder when they're on the ball to receive it.
Lehman. Taz. Weidner. That will be a corner kick. So Leeds having bossed the First 20 minutes of the second 60. Now find themselves having to do some more defensive work as Verl are showing a real aptitude for having another crack at this one.
3, 2, 1.
Taz with a short corner to Gayret, gets the return ball and has a go. Off the back of Bogle and out for a throw in. Gnonto just able to poke the ball out. So Verl have a throw in. Tanaka caught, that'll be a free kick. And the referee wants to go back and have a word for a challenge on Otto as well.
Yeah, Bogle and Otto came together, shall we say. Otto coming off worse.
Jari Otto. They have a Finn Otto in the squad as well. Hasn't yet appeared. Crew to Ampadu. He's just trying to re-establish an element of control with a spell of passing before they break forward with Ramazani. Brushes his man off, puts it into the middle, tap in from Nmecha. And it's fine free-flowing forward movement that opens up an easy opportunity for Leeds United to claim a fourth goal.
Perfect. Nmecha gets on the score sheet. Good play, wasn't it, from Ramazani? The movement is superb as well. And then can you execute that final pass? Well, Largy certainly can. He looks up. That's just laid on a plate for Nmecha to get his first goal.
Ramazani's pace down that side proving pivotal as the players now at 90 minutes have the halfway point drinks break. So Daniel Farker in the midst of the Leeds players. More words to say. Anticipate that coming out of this, the opposition side will look pretty different because they haven't made that many changes to this point, and there we go. As we're seeing, plenty of new bodies arriving to see it through to the final stage of this game, the last 30 minutes.
It looked like Gruev finally gets his rest. Chadwick is there listening in.
Daniel Farker getting his point across. Manager with much to weigh up in terms of what happens over the next couple of weeks.
Yes, I'm thinking the next pre-season game we see will be kind of similar to this, a bit of a mix of players, and then Villarreal or Milan will start to narrow it down, I think, and we'll see the players and the formation that we're going to start our Premier League campaign with.
What would be the expectation as to at which point that happens? a game before, 2 games before? When do you start to actually bed in the unit?
I'd say minimum 2 games before, but I just think there's training camp, and if we see another situation like this, it's great to get everyone, you know, on the pitch and playing, and then you'll Farker looking at various options, but at some point you quickly got to put a first 11 together and give them a couple of, you know, serious outings, and Villarreal and Milan will be exactly that.
Because you've got there's two aims to the exercise, aren't there? The fitness thing.
Yeah.
But then there's the point at which you want to be able to work with the group that you anticipate is going to be the starting group.
Yeah, but everyone has to be aware, because you might be, you know, in there in the next game anyway. So they all have to. But you're right. The starting 11, you want to start really honing the finer points. And I think listening to some of the players as well, you know, what else can they do to fully prepare themselves for the campaign ahead? And tactically is obviously one, but fitness-wise is another one. You know, why not be the fittest side in the Premier League? That's another aim. I know they've been working extremely hard, and now the physical side is slowly getting toned down, and the football is now taking more importance. But it is clear. I always like to the last couple of games to really get the 11 that's going to start together, get a bit of confidence, couple of good games, and off you go.
Some of the new players involved for foul on the attack and in the penalty area, and it's going to require some defensive work from Jaden Bogle to try and smuggle the ball to safety. He's not going to get a free kick for that, so the danger remains. Ramazani is back in his own penalty area before possession is surrendered once more. So that's the other Otto with a headband in the middle of the centre circle there. Not related. Should be a bit more running now in this change side. Space down the foul right. Block is made by Ampadu. Sees the ball go behind for a corner kick. Asanovic taking the corner kick. Not a bad delivery either, and the header when it came in from Kohler was at a stretch, and so over the crossbar. Ampadu across the area. So Rodon's done well there, because he was under immediate danger. Dealt with it, managed to find Bogle. Ampadu out from the back again. Crew not where Chadwick wanted it. Gnost. Peckrell is the new goalkeeper who's come on. Schulze, we saw in the minutes that preceded, was their first choice last season. Arweiler, as the ball goes back into Darlow.
Well, there's clearly more energy, isn't there, about the home side. Well, if Darlow's going to boot it up the pitch, I would be aiming at Nmecha and not Gnonto.
Not up against Otto anyway, who's on the ball now, because he is what would be described as a unit. There he is. Keeps the ball away from Chadwick. There is a little more pressure. So back it goes to Piroe. Stark. Stocker has the ball again on the halfway line. Chadwick wins the ball back for Leeds. Gnonto back into his path. Strong challenge, but fair challenge. Leeds still have the ball. Gnonto in towards the near post. And little hand of friendship there offered to Chadwick, back on his feet and walking towards the penalty area.
Always appreciated after you've just been kicked. Not.
So further change in terms of Leeds set piece delivery. Now that Gruev's gone off, and Longstaff likewise. Ramazani takes one short and then works well into the penalty area. Good save from the keeper. Looping header goalwards from Ampadu, and initial butterfingers, but Piroe held on to it.
Found plenty of space, didn't he, Ramazani, and why not? Hard and low across the keeper. Decent stop. Gets it with the help of the crossbar, I do believe.
Out down the Verl right. Stock. Piroe able just to bring play to a complete standstill.
You better pass it, otherwise it's going to be a real struggle for the next 20 minutes.
And after all that goes long. Bogle gets bundled. As you can see from the back of those shirts, the club was formed in 1924. Well, one back, Tanaka caught. Ampadu with a straight ball. Crew in support, gives it back to Darlow, and then beyond Rodon to Bogle. He's caught, but the game goes on with Leeds still in possession.
Bogle's appealing for a free kick, but freshness of these boys that came on for Verl is showing there. They're hunting the ball down.
Players obviously looking to make an impression at this stage, knowing that they want to take the opportunity to do the best they can to ensure that when that first game comes around, it is named in the starting 11. So there will likely be a few significant challenges even in the remaining 17 minutes of this game. rangefinder past that one. No pressure on Leeds defensively. A little more now, perhaps, as Ampadu opts to swing it out to Bogle.
Just loose. Just lacking in concentration at the moment. Just got to get back at it. It's difficult, isn't it? This is where the pre-season games, towards the end of the games, when you're just a little bit tired. You've already played one at the weekend as well. Everything gets a little bit less intense than at the start.
And yet in this instance you're up against a new team, so their intensity's high because they're trying to do that thing, whereas maybe Leeds are in a slightly different place, as Bogle has, I think, been penalised for that challenge. Ramazani will be forced to retreat. Easy catch for Darlow. Crew. Straight ball. Straight back. Chadwick left a foot in there. Argues and pleads his innocence. Otto. Ramazani's pressure sees the ball delivered back to the edge of the penalty area, and the goalkeeper Stark. Chadwick. Ramazani has to stop to try and get possession and control of the ball.
And that's where the ball just needs to be a yard or two, in front. It's Chadwick with the pass. That should have been having Ramazani attacking his defender. Instead, he loses possession.
Bogle does a good job of covering as the ball drops from high. Byram forward. Nmecha. Leeds not really able to get on the ball at all in the last few minutes in this game. The change of personnel for SC Verl has seen energy levels return to their game.
Free kick for a stamp on Rodon.
So we've got 13 minutes of this game, plus a couple maybe remaining. Leeds were 2 up after the first 60, and they are an extra 2 up in this, the second 60. So if this side can score another goal, then they win.
Well, most importantly, it's another good session of the match into the legs of the players. Fingers crossed there is no injuries either, and a decent tempo. Certainly the second game's ebbed and flowed, hasn't it? It's been a little bit up and down and disjointed, but everyone has come through it well, and a couple of decent goals out there as well today.
Still time for things to change as Rodon seeks to make sure they don't change negatively as far as Leeds are concerned, and then it's a somewhat unfortunate call perhaps there. You can hear the reaction from the Leeds dugout. Didn't feel that was a foul, did they?
No, did Gnonto actually collect him, or did he got to collect himself? Anyway, foul has been given.
Just heard the call there. Boys, come on, we want the ball. That's where Leeds have found it difficult in the last 10 minutes. It's been an exercise in chasing.
It is, and if you think the two midfielders we've actually bought in Longstaff and Struijk, they are kind of the best at exactly that, chasing in midfield, sticking a leg in, winning possession back. And I think that is going to be vital in the Premier League.
Through the middle, too hard, easy for Darlow. Gruev back to Ampadu. It's good play from Charlie Gruev. Bogle. Gnonto, lovely ball from Gnonto into Nmecha. And a stretch, just bobbled away from him, and he wasn't able to apply the killer touch there. Good vision from Gnonto to pick him out in the penalty area.
Superb ball, wasn't it? Really was good. Needed a better first touch from Nmecha. I'd like to have seen that one just controlled better and tucked away.
Played down the far left, and then Darlow is required to get quickly out of the penalty area with the striker Arweiler approaching the penalty box.
Rodon was covering anyway, but Darlow out, keeper sweeper.
Ramazani with a foot in. Struijk, Arweiler. Struijk once more, blocked by Bogle. Looks like Leeds are going to have to deal with a long throw here from Struijk, as everyone moves towards the near post in the 6-yard box. Where it's flicked into the middle. Cleared away by Chadwick. Long diagonal. Arweiler's offside. Line held.
I'm not sure how happy Daniel Farke will be with the possession afforded to the opposition. I think we certainly have allowed them to play. I think at the level that they are, we we should be absolutely dominating, but haven't found it that easy.
And the likes of Tanaka's he's hardly seen the ball, has he, in the last 15 minutes?
No. Okay, a couple of youngsters have come on, but certainly the energy levels of the opposition have lifted. And they've played with great intensity, but yeah, we should be above that.
There's the intensity you're seeing there as the defensive midfielder is on the charge up top. Darlow ends up clearing the ball from the 6-yard box to Ampadu. Spreads the ball wide where there's a bit more space and time for Jaden Bogle. It's interesting in these games when you have the actual opportunity to hear what the communication's like between players.
Yep.
You could hear them calling Charlie Crew in from the touchline there to take him a position more centrally, where he's on the ball now.
Mind you, I soon got bored of it during COVID, Bryn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a situation we want to
Never again.
reprise anything more than a couple of pre-season friendlies. Chadwick. Tanaka. Signs that Leeds are beginning to seize the initiative back here. Nmecha can't keep the ball in play. We've got 5 minutes to go, plus whatever's to be added on. Verl playing out again from the back, as we've seen throughout the course of the evening. Nmecha held up, rolls around, clutching his back in some discomfort. Game goes on. Back on his feet, as you can see. Ends up being pretty good. Chadwick now to Ramazani. Ramazani breaks in and shoots just wide.
Good save, really good save. Ramazani with an excellent drop of the shoulder, comes inside and tries to find that bottom corner. That all come from good play, good build-up play, quick transitions and a shot on target.
Which the goalkeeper just about a full stretch dealt with. Is Ramazani going to go short with this corner kick again? This is going to be long. Drops on to the edge of the area to Crew. And Bogle pushes it all the way back to Darlow, so all those who'd gone up for the corner have to funnel back before they turn and look forward again. Tanaka and Chadwick combine.
Has their number 9, Arweiler, actually touched the ball? I don't know, I'm looking at him thinking, well, you came on a long time ago and I can't remember you actually getting hold of things.
Or pass from Tanaka.
He'll get it now.
And he's chasing and he is going to get a touch.
Okay, answer my own question.
There you go, so he's definitely had one. And there's a great effort. I say a great effort. There's a shot.
It's an effort.
It's an effort from Stocker. It's an easy catch for Darlow.
I think their manager will be pleased. They've shown a good attitude, haven't they? They've played some good stuff, lacking obviously in quality in the final third, but they've stuck to their guns.
And to chase back now, Gnonto just, he'd done the hard work it looked like there, and then touch was a little too heavy. Gave the defender the chance to stick a leg in. We're inside the final couple of minutes here. Leeds having scored twice in each 60-minute game. Bogle fouled. Limps out of that one, the fullback. Too heavy. Ramazani won't get that. Ramazani and Gnonto having switched wings for the remaining minute or two in this game. Ramazani against Stocker. Otto all the way back to the goalkeeper. Very much playing the game the right way, aren't they still?
They are. They certainly are. You can hear the Leeds bench as well, just trying to marshal the boys when to close down, when not to.
Touch again. It's a little bit heavy there from Jaden Bogle, so Stocker's able to get in. As we're into the last 3 minutes by the look of this one. Rodon's ball is loose. Otto to the left side and back inside to Stark. Two players exchange passes again. Stocker. Big diagonals put on Newer in, but he's again just strayed beyond the last man, and so the flag is raised.
Well, it must have been close. Excellent ball, wasn't it? Across the park. Even so, Darlow still managed to save it.
Crew, oh, he's giving it away, and there's a chance for a goal back, and the goal is scored. So just a slip there, a mistake there, and Arweiler was able to round Darlow and push the ball in to pull a goal back for foul.
Why did I even mention his name? That will be disappointing. Clean sheets always welcome, whether it's pre-season or not, but poor ball, and Arweiler does the rest.
Good close control, and then stuck it under the dive of Darlow. So the home team has the reward for the endeavour in the final few seconds of this meeting. Leeds trying to finish with a flourish here. Tanaka, though, Sees the door closed on the opportunity to play the ball to Crew. Swept forward by Carl Darlow. Pretty close to the conclusion of proceedings now, as Rodon nods it back into the hands of the keeper. Still a chance perhaps for one more back, and there it is, a shot that's just wide from Arweiler.
Ampadu wanted a free kick. He went down and tried to get it, but referee having none of it, and that's it.
That's it. It's game over for Leeds United, and Leeds have scored 4 against Sport Club Verl's 1, and having put out basically 2 different teams across 2 different hours. In both of those hours, 2 goals were scored. What would be the verdict in terms of what Daniel Farke's seen then, Tony?
I think the most important thing is that it was a good tempoed game, and all the players, you know, got their required minutes. So as a build-up to match fitness, it was ideal. Some of it was a bit hit and miss. Those relationships still need to be built. There's some good goals out there as well, but some things to work on. But that is pre-season. That's what it's all about. But most importantly, it was a decent win and no injuries. And certainly João Piroe with a couple of goals, probably the star man, and that was a fine finish.
So Leeds United continue the build-up to the new season, and there'll be another game to come from their spell in Germany before they head back to England and an appearance at Ellen Road a week on Saturday. And then the real thing draws ever closer after that trip to Dublin for the big match at the Aviva Stadium. But for the time being, inside the Sport Club Arena in Germany, it's Leeds United who've come out on top by 4 goals to 1.